TV champion Ultimate Dragon versus Steve Regal. Ultimate Dragon is better known as Ultimo Dragon, and WCW just sort of felt that was,
too much.
Who speaks Spanish? In 1997, the world. So they changed it to Ultimate Dragon. Steve Regal, in a funny bit, they make a big thing about saying he's dropped the whole Lord Steven Regal thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a bit risky, doesn't it? Because it's not a huge gimmick. And just to sort of go, well, from now on, I'll just be Steven Regal. You're a bit like, dude, I mean,
what else you got, man?
Sometimes the European style for an American audience can be a bit hard work. So getting rid of some of the pizzazz,
razzle dazzle, yeah.
I mean, it's not bottomless razzle dazzle.
Because they're starting us the fact that you do not have an RP accent, mate. No. I'm Stephen Regal.
I'm a lord of the manor. He is still wearing his lord jacket, but he's obviously said to the tailor, "Not going to
de-lord it."
Yeah, de-lord it. I want a common man, but tough. Tough.
And can you pull up my pants so they cover the first, like almost to my belly button?
There's now definitely a sort of ridge. Pull them up, bridge gone. Bridge gone.
They'll never know.
Would it be possible, because I'm a snake man at home, would it be possible to have a little bit of snakeskin material on the Lord costume? And they've gone, okay, I mean, it'll look dog dirt. And he's gone, no, I know what I'm doing. And out he comes with that. And I did look at that and I did go, you're lost here, aren't you?
Yeah, you are absolutely lost. You know what's going on.
You're very much like,
Lord.
a bit limiting, Lord Stephen. We're not going to be the champion, mate. Snakeskin Stephen is not going to be the next big star. Ultimo Dragon is a huge star at this point. One of the most dynamic and exciting international stars, insofar as, if you like, the wider wrestling community who are beginning to coalesce around that sort of tape trading world. He is a number one star.
Yeah.
In WCW, he's no Rey Mysterio, is how they see it.
Right.
So they stick him with Regal. You can see there's a bit of a shift in the people who are coming as well, because there's a guy in the front row, and he's turned up with a Union Jack.
Yeah.
And then when Ultimo Dragon comes in, it cuts to him, and he's holding up the Tokyo flag, the sort of red circle on the white background. And I watched that, and I thought, that's really nice, where you're actually sort of going, I'm here to see international wrestling. And then when they cut back to show them both in the ring, this bearded guy gets up in front of the camera, and he holds up a tiny little sign he's made that says America #1. And he's like, I've brought my sign to hold up when the non-Americans
so everyone
get
knows.
in there. Yeah. WCW made a big silly mistake with this match, which is you put a great high flyer in the ring in Ultimo Dragon, and then you go, let's give him, Steven Regal, very famously, a sort of not high flyer.
No, he does holds and grabs and pulls and a bit of floor work.
Yeah, Mike Tenay mentions really early on as well, he says, Regal is going to shut down Dragon's high-flying moves, and many of his moves anyway, they will not work against the bigger man. And when he says that, I was a bit like, why did you save that for out here now? Why didn't you say that backstage?
In the meeting, in the meeting before you planned all of this jamboree.
In fairness, Mike Tenay is brought in whenever they have an international match because nobody wants to have to pronounce Japanese names, and they don't care about the moves. So Mike Tenay comes in and he'll be like, there he is with a quabrada moonsault, and you can hear them just, this fucking nerd. Did you hear he's actually married? No, fuck off. They've got that attitude to him. And so he comes out and he's enjoying it all, and you can just see them sort of going, this guy with a mask on, he's not big. The crowd also, they've mixed two bad guys, two heels, put them together and then gone to the fan, you work it out. So you've got Regal. The first bit they actually like is where Regal manages to slam Ultimo Dragon much too hard. And the crowd are just like, oh, great, something I can grab onto. A big man is hurting a small man. I'm happy now. This is great. This is in no way a stinker of a match. I mean, this is, how can it be? Ultimo Dragon in 97 and Steven Regal at any time. It's always going to be, worth watching it and great. It's not made to get over with a mainstream US crowd in 97, and yet the two of them do manage it. William Regal seems to be a little surprised by how well this is going, and he must have thought, I should have dropped that Lord gimmick earlier, because this crowd are really, really into it. There's a little bit where Ultimo Dragon does a headstand on the top turnbuckle. Regal runs in, he pushes him off with his feet, and then he's sort of doing, and the crowd are giving him the finger. They're just like, this guy, I hate him. With these unique headstands and stuff like that. And, by the time it's over in 20 minutes, Regal is as big as he's ever been in WCW.
There's a bit where Ultimo, he's about to do a kip up and he starts doing like a metronomic kind of leg move up and down. And Regal's doing his like snarly little, what's going on here? Kind of like tick-tock, tick-tock, tick.
That in itself, a classic British move.
Is it? Right,
it is.
Okay.
There is a part of me that goes, Ultimo Dragon, very much a student of the game. And I wondered if he was like, I might put a little bit of World of Sport in here.
Yeah.
And I think Regal is probably sneering to stop himself smiling, to sort of go, okay,
I've done this for a while.
Bit of a tribute, Oh, right. Sorry, were you a British wrestler? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna stamp on your head. And he does. There's a bit where he really just stamps on Dragon's head and everyone's like, that's good. Loads of people in the audience with black sunglasses on as well, really dark sunglasses, like they're CIA.
It's something that I turned back to DeLeo's by an hour and a half to go and see Joshy Pro because I didn't want to turn up in sunglasses because I had my prescription lenses on.
That's right, you left your glasses on.
No good.
And you needed to have a very good look, didn't you?
Yes.
Didn't want to miss a thing.
Not a thing. Every frilly skirt.
Every shapely calf. There's a lot of kicking in this match as well. Maybe
there is,
Dragon.
In the back.
And I've begun a sort of weird thing. Certainly at this period, I think kicking in matches ruins matches. When it's in Japan and they're doing it full force and the other person does it as well, it's great. But when someone like Willie Regal just has to stand there and be kicked and he's not going to do it back, it does seem a little bit unfair to do something the other person can't really do. Doesn't know how to defend it, doesn't know how to use it. And it's just a bit sort of like, I don't know, it slows it down. It's an odd one. There's a bit of kerfuffle with Sonny Ono kicks Regal in the head, and then Ultimate Dragon is a bit like, no, we got to be, come on, man. And they roll it back in, and then it happens again, which is annoying. And then Sonny Ono kicks Ultimate Dragon, and they chuck him in. And Regal does a reverse front face lock suplex on him, and then Regal stretch. And Regal by this point is so like, I think this is going really well, that before he puts on the Regal stretch, he gets down onto one knee and points at the sky like Sabu. And it's just a bit like, you're like,
he's panicking and he's just doing stuff. A lord wouldn't do this.
Am I Hulk Hogan? I'm going to try it out. I'll shout my phrase.
My heart eggs just burst.
Ooga mabooga. I don't know what I'm doing. Jelly.
Jelly, I'm on the telly. Stephen Regal.
That is a t-shirt for me. If we'd have put out Steve Regal, Jelly, I'm on the telly, I would have snapped up in a heartbeat.
I just think he's too gentle to that's for someone else to sort out.
Hey kid, you dropped the Lord thing. I thought this guy is going to wash up in a tank, but now look at this. Every kid in America wearing a jelly. I'm on telly. You proved us wrong, Stevie. A great match. How could it not be? And really, I know he goes through some personal issues from 97 to 99. He has a bad personal time. But he has some absolutely great WCW matches.
When this started, I just thought, good, it's Regal. You can't go wrong with Regal. He's going to do something good.
It is.
Or he'll be off his head on pills and he'll hurt someone.
We've got a second match. Have we got time, Pete?
Yeah, we got time. We got 10 minutes. So we're about to record or broadcast our first live show.
Yeah.
We don't really know what we're doing. I'm presuming the tech is going to work, so I'm a little bit watching the clock, watching the tech, going, I don't think this is going to work.
No.
We've already got someone saying, I hope they're not going to show us their peckers. Thanks for that.
Well, good. We're absolutely not going to.
It would have to have gone spectacularly wrong for you to see a single centimetre of our penises.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look, a nut, maybe.
I am wearing shorts. Shorts.
And I've got a huge rip in my trousers.
Yes.
We're all like,
oh God, we gave it the big licks that we were going to show our tiny licks.
High ground.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to see our penis on the telly.
Well, and from that, let's go straight into the only women's match on the show. It's Medusa versus Luna Vachon. WCW at this point are half-heartedly trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
They're bringing in people from all over the world, and they're going, let's be the home of proper wrestling.
Right.
And one of the things they're trying to do is have a women's division. Nobody else in America is able to make this work. The WWF is certainly not paying any attention to actual women in-ring performance. And so they've gone, we'll do that. That's the thing to do. Let's build it around Medusa. And they go, who else shall we use? And they go, we don't know anyone. So they've brought in Luna Vachon. The only other person who is in this women's division is the WCW women's champion, Akira Hokuta. Now, the problem is she has a big career in Japan, so she's not always available, and they can't keep on just matching her up with Medusa. Well, I mean, look, this match is...
It's tiny. There's one move in it, pretty much.
That wonderful clothesline. Medusa hits Luna with a clothesline, and she sort of hooks it in. She doesn't just hit her so that Luna goes down. She hooks her in and drives her to the floor, and that means that Luna lands really, really badly on the back of her head. And you do watch it and you go, that's sensational. And sometimes, when you're trying to get matches over, like, you know, in front of an audience who aren't that appreciative of them...
A bit of brutality helps.
A bit of brutality really does help. Where they go, I wasn't expecting that. It ends with Medusa getting a German suplex, and she gets the pin, and she gives a very, very blatant, friendly, like that, on Luna's bum, as if to say, thanks very much, pal, I really like it. And I watched that, and I was like, this is fucking rigged. they know each other.
They know each other. They probably came in the same car.
They're like pals.
Unbelievable.
And Medusa is so pleased that, with how it went that she gets up on the turnbuckle and takes off her top, so she's just in a sort of red bra top.
When one commentator is trying to explain what's going on, and then somebody, I can't remember who it is, just going, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I might see a nip.
Oh, look, undies.
Yeah. I mean, just look at her name, Luna. What do you think that means?
It means moon.
No, it means lunatic.
Speaking of moons.
Boy, oh boy.
I would say that Luna is wearing very heavy sort of shin and knee protection for the moonsaults and stuff she does.
Yes.
And it's like, can you do that? Is that allowed?
Wise choice.
Why not?
You
I'd wear cricket pads.
I'd have a mattress. Just literally carrying a mattress around.
Did you see that wrestling a tent this week?
I did.
It's good stuff.
Look, I am all for that. I know it divides people because people go, it makes a mockery of the business, which was an argument you heard a lot from people when they did the GCW Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan match.
Yes, okay.
Which took place in 2019, and I still think is one of the great modern moments in wrestling for creativity. A match that was told by the referee, Bruce Remsburg, who just had to act out two invisible wrestlers and tell you what they were doing by the way he did the reffing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was magic.
Yeah.
And wrestling that tent, you can see that it's almost like a Britain's Got Talent act, isn't it?
Yes, I guess so, yeah.
It's like the microphone keeps falling down. Oh, we've all had difficulty putting up a tent, haven't we? Well, I present Man v Tent.
It'll be like Man versus IKEA fucking shelf next.
Man versus a little sardine tin, if they still do those. But I'm making it sound like I'm saying it was obvious. I think within a wrestling context, I thought it was really creative, really fun, and I would happily watch that rather than, you know, a sort of like okay match.
Yeah.
You know,
me too.
I think, you know, creativity.
What's going to be stuck in your head?
Well, exactly. And I would watch that and I would go, do you know what I call it now? Blue cane argument. Right?
Exactly.
Sometimes if you come up with something that's silly and memorable, that's more important than anything else you can do.
Yeah.
And, you know...
Orange Cassidy isn't short of a few, Bob, I imagine.
Exactly.
These days.
Danhausen.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw Danhausen wrestle.
I don't think he has wrestled, has he? He's not even in the AEW game.
No.
As starter.
I think Ric Flair has had more matches in the last 4 years than fucking Danhausen. But sometimes wrestling isn't about the wrestling.
No,
you know?
It's about Patreon followers.
Exactly. Fantastic. Look, so when we come back next week, I'm going to quickly tell the story of the commentator in this match, Lee Marshall, and how he pretended to be a black prophet to LA's gangs.
Oh dear.
For a number of years.
Oh dear.
In a thing that really everybody looks back on and goes, what a wonderful thing to have done.
Oh.
He also appeared on a single with Dr. Dre.
I did.
Until next time.
Wow.
Wrestle me, babe.
Wrestle me, Mark.